my request. We ate dinner outside. I wanted to eat under the stars like a cowboy, eating beans under the Milky Way with my lucky horse. There was no horse, but I did get to eat beans from a can. I requested to spend some time in the valley, but upon Kaya's request, I remained close to the Hopi dwelling. Kaya feared startling those living in the valley, and didn't want to cause distress to anyone. It made sense, me being an alien and all, but I was still disappointed. Before we ate, they placed August's body in a small cave. I spent a good part of the night wondering what he would have thought of Earth. The Earthlings would have enjoyed his outrageous stories. I personally missed him. He died a hero, and I made sure to tell anyone who was willing to listen. Kaya assured me his death was not in vain. When it was time to venture underground for the night, Muna clung to my side. She mostly giggled at my stories, but occasionally had questions. Am I really from another planet? Why do I look so funny? Are those my real eyes? I came to find that Muna was born after the disaster. In fact, only a handful of those living in the valley knew of life before the disaster. Most relied on stories. Kaya mentioned one old man from the valley who guarded a book called the Encyclopedia Man No Me. I didn't get a chance to ask what that meant, but it seemed to hold vital information about Earth's past, or at least a portion of it. As the night wound down, most of the Hopi Earthlings wished me a good night and headed to bed, but I was too excited to sleep, and it seemed my little friend Muna felt the same way. She brought over some string and a bunch of beads for us. "Oh, are you ready to show me?" She answered with 2 quick nods. Muna slipped the beads over the string one by one. Then she handed me the string.
Your turn.
I clumsily slipped a few onto the string and spilled most onto the ground. She found it very amusing. Eventually I finished and was willing to admit my necklace wasn't as nice as Muna's necklace. How does it look? Her giggles confirmed my judgment. Here, I want you to have it. I slipped it over her head.
Thank you.
One of the younger Hopi Earthling women clapped her hands to get our attention.
Come now, Muna. It's time for bed.
Good night, Muna. As Muna shuffled off to bed, I shimmied closer to the circle of adults who were still in deep conversation with the female Earthling. She was filling them in on what happened after mailing the letter.
And he gave up his seat on the shuttle, so I could escape.
He was a brave man. Not long after you left, the world discovered the truth. We were told it got very bad in the cities. Many died, even before the disaster.
Why would that happen?
Fear, panic. After the disaster, we heard nothing for a whole season. Then, one day a man came. He told us he worked for the government. Said there was no more government. He lives in the valley with the others now.
So, nobody really knows how many Earthlings are left?
Some say we are the only ones. Others say there are some that survived in the mountains or in the caves. But nobody knows for sure. Communication is limited.
The female Earthling raked her fingers through her hair and yawned.
Get some rest. We'll speak in the morning.
I snuggled in, peeked over to see Muna fast asleep, then rolled over to make some dreams. Earth dreams.